Hello and welcome to Dateline Lagos on Channels Television. I'm Ayotunde Balogun. Coming up on the program, Governor Sanwo-Olu wins second term in office, Lagos holds fourth Mother, Infant and Child Development Program, and a look at the Lagos Waterways transportation. The Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, now has another 4 years of administrative duty to deliver to Lagosians after the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, declared him the winner of the state's 2023 governorship election. Governor Sanwo-Olu polled 762,134 votes to defeat the governorship candidate of the Labour Party, Gbadebo Rhodes-Viver, as well as the candidate of the PDP, Olajide Adediran.
A Thanksgiving atmosphere at the Lagos House Marina even before the final result of the state governorship election was announced. Members of the All Progressives Congress, senior government officials, family and friends make their way into the government house to celebrate what the numbers show is a clear landslide. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu and his deputy, Kadri Hamzat, joined other party supporters for the announcement of the result for the last local government area, Etiosa, which did not come in till midnight as voting was postponed in some polling units till Sunday morning.
Sanwo-Olu Babajide Olushola, male, APC. Total votes received 762 134 762 134 762,134.
The much-awaited official pronouncement from the returning officer for Lagos, Professor Adenike Oladiji.
I declare that Sanwo-Olu Babajide Olushola of APC, having satisfied the requirements of the law by scoring 25% in 2/3 of the local government areas in the state, and also having the highest number of votes cast, and meeting the requirements of the law, is hereby declared the winner and is returned elected.
Governor Sanwo-Olu beat his closest rival, Gbadebo Rhodes-Viver, by 449,805 votes after the Labour Party candidate scored 312,329 votes.
What you have done, Lagosians, is not a vote for Babajide Sanwo-Olu. You voted for a greater Lagos. You voted that the promise shall not be broken. Greater Lagos is rising. And in your very eye, you will see the growth and development of these states to a level that will be the envy of all. To all of our fellow contestants, I want to salute you for participating in the democratic process. But Lagosians have spoken, and they have spoken well, that we're extending a hand of fellowship to you. No victor, no vanquish, in the true spirit of sportsmanship. If you indeed believe that you want to serve this city, you want to serve this state, you have an opportunity with us.
No time to waste as the governor-elect and his deputy announced a new action plan for Lagos.
When you've campaigned on your capacity, on your skills, on your knowledge, it's about time now that we'll put all of that together. So it's no longer about who said what or who didn't say what. It's really about improving the quality of life for our citizens in all of our various programs, infrastructural development, policies that will enhance that quality of life of our people is improved upon.
In a democracy, people have the right they even can vote for anybody without a reason. And that's the essence of democracy. So for us is to keep talking to Lagosians, is to keep engaging Lagosians, and make sure that even those who don't vote for us next time, we think that, oh, I've made a wrong decision. Let me vote for this guy because they've carried everybody. So for us, it's just to make sure that all Lagosians are satisfied. We have the team's agenda that we're pursuing, and I'm sure you'll hear team's plot very soon. So the issue for us is how do we deliver on those goods? In the process of campaigning, we've gone through the whole state. People have expressed their aspirations, their opinion, their thinkings, areas where they think we've not done well, and areas where they think we should do more. So for us is to take all those in and make sure that we go and satisfy Lagosians, because the truth of the matter is they make the choice.
The coast is clear for continuity in Lagos State as the winning team gets set to finish what it started 4 years ago, consolidate on the development goals put in place by various APC governments, and leave its own legacy after 8 years in office.
The Mother, Infant and Child Development Program has provided an opportunity for another set of 570 indigent pregnant women in Lagos to benefit from the Ilera Eco Health Plan. Now, this was disclosed by the State Commissioner for Health, Professor Akin Abayomi, during the fourth phase of the MICHD or Mike D program at Alausa in Ikeja. Take a look.
It's the fourth edition of the Lagos Mother, Infant, Child Health Development Program, organized by the Office of Civic Engagement for another set of 570 indigent pregnant women in the state at the Adeyemo Bero Auditorium, Alausa, Ikeja. The program is a womb-to-school initiative designed to cater to nursing mothers and pregnant women registered in public healthcare centers across the 20 local government areas and 57 local council development areas of the state.
The MICHD program serves to enhance our preventive security by supporting sustainable human capital development and economic growth. Our primary goal is to have a civically responsible citizen who will not continuously exert pressure on the resources and infrastructure of our state, and also reduce stunting growth while also promoting safe and healthy delivery. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, so far the first phase of MICHD program was piloted in the year 2020 with 2,000 indigent pregnant women, 10 each from the 20 local governments in the state. The second phase of the MICHD program had 1,140 indigent pregnant women, 20 beneficiaries from the 20 LGAs and 37 LCDs who were divided into control and experimental groups so as to measure the impact of the food on the beneficiaries. Furtherance to the MICHD 2050 agenda, this office has compiled the list of another 570 indigent pregnant women across the primary health care centers within the 20 LGAs and 37 LCDs in the state for MICH food pack, which contains all the required nutrients, carbohydrates, protein, iron, vitamin C, fat, oil, and other minerals. So help in proper brain development of the fetus for the next 24 weeks, starting from the second trimester to delivery.
Healthcare insurance is also incorporated into the program, and the State Health Management Agency says another set of 570 mothers will be enrolled into the Ilera Eco plan.
We have been on this journey for about 3 years exactly. When MICHD was first conceptualized, it's something that we are fully aligned with because we're all about improving the quality of lives of Lagos residents, especially mothers and children. So even the Ilera Eco plan, the way it is designed, it favors mothers and children a lot. And for us, we know that mothers are the salt of the earth, Abby, and it is our duty to make sure that the children that we bring into this world have the best chance from the very beginning. So we are very happy to be aligned. We are going to be enrolling all the 512 mothers, 570 mothers today. They will now be on Ilera Eco for the next 1 year. And the mothers that have been on it previously, we will also be renewing their plans so that they have quality of life as they go along.
The State Commissioner for Health, Professor Akin Abayomi, says the program is also geared towards making Lagos safer towards the year 2050.
Our governor is not only the governor of pregnant women, he is the father of all our children. He is the #1 security officer of the state, and he is to ensure that we all have access to good food, good health, good education, and good opportunities. As long as you are with us here in Lagos, we consider you to be Lagosians, and you therefore can benefit from the welfare. By contributing to the state, you are driving our economy for us, and that is what we're looking for: peace, economic development, and a good life, having the opportunity to have lovely children, as we can see in this room. So it's important for us that while you are pregnant, we are giving the babies correct food. When you born, you are giving them breast milk for 6 to 12 months if you fit. Now then you go see say your baby is strong, in brain correct. When we send them go one of our correct schools, good health, good education, now it will produce the leaders of our future.
The Mother, Infant and Child Development Program, introduced under the administration of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, is to ensure that all children in the state have access to good health, food, education, and ample opportunities to excel.
2 million Lagos residents use the waterways on a monthly basis. Well, this is according to the General Manager of the State Waterways Authority, Oluwadamilola Emmanuel, who says safety on the waterways has improved tremendously.
The waterways in Lagos State are getting busier by the day, as more people turn to water transportation as an alternative to spending hours on the road. According to the State Waterways Authority, up until a year ago, this mode of transportation contributed only 5% to the state's economy. Currently, 2 million people move on the waterways on a monthly basis, connecting different communities in the coastline areas through the 34 designated routes, 26 of which are fully active. Some commuters who use the waterways frequently share their experiences and the areas that need improvement.
Ever since I started sailing through waterways, I noticed it's one of the best and the safest way or means of transportation.
I stay in the Jeddah axis, of Lagos, so we don't have a direct, access to Lagos State provided boats. There we ply most of these small boats that are run by local and private owners. So when it comes to safety and all of that regarding the particular type that I use, we just hope that it gets better. We look forward to service getting better, because we see a lot of breakdowns, issues with regards to monitoring and coordinating these small boats and private boat owners. They need to be put in check. A lot of things are done on the platform of monopoly. They handle things from their own particular discretion, which is not many a times to the advantage of the commuters.
A trip to the Liverpool terminal shows the level of economic activities going on there. Unshielded plank boats are mostly operated here, and the passengers seem comfortable on them.
This
This is Liverpool waterside area of Apapa in Lagos, mostly dominated by women traders who buy and sell seafood. As you can see, this is their daily routine. They also share their story.
Some people are like to pass road. Some people are like to pass water because there is many village. People are going to Koroduna. Some people like to fast. Maybe I'm going to Badagry now. I like to pass water because I need to pass water because I'm hurry.
At 2014.
I have been piloting a boat since 2014. I took to this profession when I had no other alternatives, and since then I have made enough money to take care of my family and myself.
Water transportation is the safest means of transportation as far as Lagos State is concerned. Like in this Liverpool here, we have several routes that people ply. Some ply Ojo, some ply Badagry, and then by this side you have about 30-something communities. The fishermen also live there. They cross over from that side to do their businesses here. And we don't have, should I say, we do have, but it's less water accidents. So, but we'd like to encourage the government to from time to time, give these our people life jackets, you understand, to support the business.
At the 5 Cowries Terminal in Falomo, the General Manager of the State Waterways Authority, Oluwadamilola Emmanuel, speaks about some of the progress made on the waterways.
On a monthly basis, we have 2 million people using the waterways across the entire waterways divisions of the state. And for us, that is progress, and that's what the state government is about. We want to see progress year after year. It doesn't just mean that we're going to see that drastic progress. We want sustainable, traceable, and of course incremental progress, which we've been seeing even over on the waterways. Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu's administration, from coming in, realized that this issue of safety was something that we needed to work on, and we're very aggressive with ensuring that we focused a lot more on safety. Even we didn't really focus on a lot more, even bringing in a lot of boats initially. We said, let's ensure that the current system we have is safe. Because if the current system we have is safe, you give people confidence, then we can begin to increase the fleet of operators and of course increase the numbers as well on the waterways. And that's why we're seeing this incremental progress, because of the safety measures we've put in place. The government side, we have 20 boats in the fleet of the Lagos State Ferry Services, and really it was just to be able to set the standards for the kind of boats we want to see on our waterways. For the private operators, we have as much as 365 private boat operators. So clearly the private boat operators are more like 90% of the sector, and the government and other operators just make up 10%. The main focus for us now is to enhance even the private operators, and government wants to find ways to support them as well. So the government currently has in its plans to even help the private operators with boats as well, and of course it will be on a payback basis. I'll say over 70-80% of the boats we currently have on the waterways are being locally produced. However, what we've been trying to do is increase the standards, which is why we introduced Lagos Ferry Services, which has set the standards. But we're not stopping there. We're even going a lot more, even higher than the current standards of what we have right now, to ensure that people can then see that these boats even meet international best practices. So between now and next year, you're going to see new locally produced boats, which the government is going to also introduce into the sector as well.
He also responds to some of the concerns raised by commuters.
And what we've done is to introduce what we call biannual inspection of these boats. And by that biannual inspection, we check everything, from all the technical parts of the boat to the safety components of the boat. And then we realized that was not enough. We needed to do what we call random inspections, because that way you're not prepared. You must make sure, you do what you should do. The passengers have a right to give us reports. We constantly get reports, either through our social media channels or even through direct communication. You've seen them passing through our office. Some of them walk freely into the office, make these complaints, and we move straight to be able to tackle and address the issue. We want to get to a point where we even see 0 accidents on our waterways. Last year, we only had 2 major incidents on the waterways, and I'm sure you even know this, that before now you hear of 10, 11, 12, major accident, but last year was just 2. The state government will not, and I repeat, will not hesitate to ensure that the full wrath of the law is meted out to any operator who flouts the rules and regulations. We want to also start doing, of course, as you know, breath tests for them as well. Have they been under the influence of alcohol in any way? It's also important for us. We want to introduce that this year as well.
The next stop is the State Waterways Monitoring and Data Management Center, launched by Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu about 4 months ago to improve safety on the waterways.
This is the first of its kind in sub-Saharan Africa, where you have an inland waterways control room, which enables us gather accurate data on the waterways, which also helps enhance safety on the waterways and security, of course, and of course enables us to be able to plan adequately, and of course, most importantly, monitor the waterways. We have various locations being showcased. This is Liverpool in Apapa, that is Ebute Ojo terminal in Ojo. This is where we currently are, the 5 cowries terminal in Falomo, and we also have the Ikorodu terminal as well being showcased there as well. And beyond that as well, what we're able to do at each of these jetties is begin to get even data of how many passengers have actually come there, how many boats have come there as well. And if you break down even this analysis, you can even go down to how many male, how many female, how many children were actually on each trip. And this begins to give us a total count of all the kind of data that we adequately need on our waterways. There are officers here who are constantly, of course, as you know, monitoring all of these activities, and this is just the first phase. Now we're in the age of technology, and you must be able to use technology to be able to, of course, enhance safety, and knowing that waterways transportation is an integral mode of that integrated transportation system in Lagos State is very, very key that we had this. The second phase, of course, which we're going to see take off eventually of this control room, is that we actually want to now begin to monitor each of these boats and begin to see where are they going, what has happened to them. In case of emergencies, they can alert the control room so that we're able to respond, in real time to them as well.
The Search and Rescue Operation Unit has also gone a step further with the introduction of a geo-portal for effective monitoring of the waterways.
With me here is the control system for the wall screens. This is where we control all the information that you can see on the wall. The Lagos State Inland Waterways Authority, the Waterways Monitoring and Data Management Center, is also attached to what we have, what we call a geo-portal. This geo-portal gives us information about bathymetric data along the entire inland waterways. The bathymetric data obviously means we are able to, from this location, to tell the depths along or and across the entire Lagos inland waterways. This has its safety benefits. It also has the information that can be useful for people that are carrying out search and rescue operations, and also for those of them that are interested in infrastructural development across or along the entire stretch of the Lagos inland waterways. For the Lagos State government, the advantage of this system is we're looking at developing an ITS, which is the intelligent transport system, and also for us to be able to inform proper transport planning, which would obviously mean socio-economic development to the state. And for the citizens of Lagos State, there is the idea of improving their security while they are within the Lagos inland waterways due to our 24 hours camera monitoring, and also to improve safety because enforcement and search and rescue operations have become drastically reduced, because we can now see and we can now tell within the Lagos inland waterways where our passengers are and where our boat operators are. Further to what the general manager said with regards to our subsequent phases within this project is to develop a tracking system whereby all vessels on the Lagos inland waterways will be seen directly based on their geographic location on the geo portal, and of course we will also be able to communicate with them, and this of course altogether improves the transport network system, it improves passenger reliability, and of course it improves safety for all Lagosians.
The ultimate plan by the Lagos State government is to enhance this mode of transportation and create an effective intermodal system through the waterways, road and rail.
And this is where we call it a day on this week's edition of the program Dateline Lagos. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Ayotunde Balogun. Until we come your way again next time, please remember to always stay safe, and bye for now.